All right, we're up. Good morning. Monday morning, May 8th, 2023. It's going to be quite a crazy week in my world. Traveling to Chicago this week. I'm going to spend a couple days with my good friend, mentor, teacher, counselor, Dr. Alok Trivedi. We have an Enlighten Mastery conference that I'm going to up in Chicago. It's going to be off the hook. I went to my first one in February. It's quite amazing. If you would like to grow yourself and you would like to work on yourself, really do some hard work on yourself, you should definitely look up Dr. Alok Trivedi, ALOKTREVDI, Dr. Alok Trivedi. Definitely check him out. He's just came out with a new book. I'll probably talk about the book one of these lives. But yeah, it's going to be an intense couple of days. Along those lines, I want to go over a few things with you this morning. And me going to this, it's called the Delta experience. Me going to Delta kind of segues into the first thing I want to talk to you about. And I've been talking to my sons, Jack and Ben, both about this, and I'm going to continue to talk about it with them. And the concept is this. There are activities you do that are either raising your vibration or they are lowering your vibration. Everything you do throughout the day does one of those two things. Nothing you do keeps you at the same level of vibration. You're either raising or lowering your vibration. For example, there's a lot of things that we can do to raise our vibration. Going outside for a walk, reading something inspiring, journaling, exercising, spending time in your highest values, which is what Alok Trivedi really talks about, is getting you in touch with your highest values. My highest value is family. So anytime I spend with Catherine and the boys and my family, raises my vibration. So there are a lot of things you can do to raise your vibration. What about the other? What are some things that you do that lower your vibration? How about endlessly scrolling on Facebook? How about arguing with people? How about watching the news and getting worked up, no matter where you fall on the spectrum, getting worked up about what's going on in the news or in the world? Eating terrible food. So you have to think about cultivating this world in which you do things that the majority of the time you're raising your vibration. When I go to Delta this week, my vibration is going to skyrocket. The frequency that I'm going to resonate at, I know this sounds kind of woo-woo, but I don't care. The frequency that I resonate with is going to be increased tenfold. And the great thing about when you raise your vibration level is what's that going to do? By me raising my vibration, what's it going to do to Catherine and the boys? What's their vibration going to do? Just because, as they say, a rising tide lifts all boats, what's their vibration level going to do? It's going to raise too. What about my patients that I'm blessed to serve and take care of? What's going to happen to their vibration level? Yeah, it's going to go up too. So when you raise your own frequency, when you raise your own vibration level, raises everybody around you. When you lower it, lowers everybody around you. So I've been harping on the boys, and I will continue to do that probably until the day I die, that they need to focus on things that raise their vibration level. So that segues me into the next thought, which is I was outside yesterday, and I've been reading a couple things. Michael McLean's got some great stuff. I get his newsletter every month. It's awesome. Badass. It's called the Badass Millionaire, Badass Brotherhood. It's great stuff. But one thing that he mentioned, and I've heard it from other people too, is the ability to get quiet and spend time just being quiet. Off of your devices, doing nothing. And I did that yesterday. I did some work outside, and I just sat outside for like 10, 15 minutes by myself. No phone, no external stimulation. I just sat there like Forrest Gump on the park bench. And I just sat there. And I really did my best to keep my mind clear. No thoughts at all. I mean, was it easy? No. Did I have thoughts bombard me left and right, up and down? Yeah, all the time. But I was able to do it for a while, and it was awesome. So my challenge to you out there in the cyber world is to try this. Try and put your phone on airplane mode, turn off all devices. Ideally go outside, but you can do it inside if you have a little space in your house, in your home that you can sit and do. But just sit. Forrest Gump. No thought whatsoever. See if you can do it for 5 seconds. See if you can do it for 10 seconds. See if you can do it for a minute. Don't think you're going to do it for an hour. It's impossible. So just sit there and be quiet. And the effects that it will have on you from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, and even from a spiritual standpoint. Because in the quiet, that's when you hear the voice of God, are going to be immense. So try that. Do me a favor, just give it a shot. Try and do it every day. Just disconnect and just clear your mind as much as you can. Another thing I was reading, talking about how convenience has robbed us of many things. We're such slaves to our devices. We're slaves to our phone. We can't go without having our phone in front of us. And kids, my kids and our kids especially, but even our generation, like we're so tied to our phones. And I feel like it's robbed us of freedom, control, autonomy in our lives. So that's another reason to just put them up. As much as you can, just keep them away from you. When you're doing your work throughout the day, it's going to distract you. It's going to keep you from being productive. It's going to keep you from raising your vibration level, because those phones very often will lower your vibration level. Now, granted, there's cool things you can do with them, like having a Kindle app and reading cool stuff, or having an Audible app and listening to cool stuff. But they very often rob us of autonomy in their lives. So keep that in mind as you watch this video on your phone. Be mindful of that. A couple more things, because I got to jump off. I got a 10 o'clock call I got to get on with the two fabulous ladies, Dawn Garrison and Danielle Upham. They're over in Spartanburg. They teach some social media marketing stuff. They've got their marketing game on lock, and I've learned a ton from those two. And I look forward to getting on the phone with them. So I'm going to jump off here in a few minutes. Couple things. I want to ask you about soul food. Now, I think I've been to a soul food restaurant once. I was in a conference in Atlanta, and it was great. Like, it was awesome food. But I'm not talking about that soul food. And I'm not talking about, like, the fish, like filet of soul. I'm not talking about that soul food. I'm talking about, like soul food. How much soul food are you eating? How many things throughout the day are you doing that feed your soul? Kind of like the stuff that raises your vibration level, but like on a deeper level than that. Like what are you doing? Conversations with God, reading scripture, reading something inspiring, spending time in your highest values, like me with my family. Like, how often and how much soul food are you eating? And if you're not eating enough, you need to eat more of it. Like, figure out, like, what are the things that you do that are going to enhance and enrich your soul? I can't tell you what those things are for you. I mean, I know what they are for me. When I go to Chicago, my best friend from high school, Kevin Raftery, I'm staying with him. We're going to hang out. Like, that's an example of, like, soul food. Like, that's going to be great for my soul, being around him and his family. So you need to really do some pondering and some reflection and see, where do you get soul food from? And then you need to just eat that soul food as much as you can. One thing that I noticed, and this has been a revelation for me in the last couple of weeks, because I was very adamantly, and I would sing it from the mountaintops, I hate being outside. I hate doing work outside. I think it sucks and it's terrible. But I've started to do some work on a property outside. And I gotta say, it's been great. Like, just hauling wood, building fires, like helping Catherine do stuff with the chickens, just moving, just getting out and moving my body and just doing stuff outside. It's been great. So that's been soul food for me. It's just being outside doing stuff. So what are the things you can do for soul food? One of the things that a lot of my patients that I get to see would probably say is soul food for them is coming here and being in this space, being in Foothills Chiropractic's space and getting adjusted and getting healed and getting their body working right. But I think it goes there's the benefits that you get here at Foothills Chiropractic goes so far beyond the physical. Oh man, my back doesn't hurt anymore. That's great. It goes way beyond that. Like I really feel like this is a place that feeds people's souls. And I feel like people feel better as soon as they walk in the office. And that's been my intention with Foothills Chiropractic, is that this is a place you come get soul food. So anyways, I'm going to jump off. I got to jump on my call, but I just wanted to do a quick live. I hope you got some good stuff out of this. I think there's some gems. And the beautiful thing is it's not because I'm so wise and have such a amazing mind. It's that I'm able to curate information from a lot of really smart people and then take it, distill it down, and share it with you. So I hope you're getting a lot out of these. I'm going to keep doing these because I really have a blast sharing the information that I'm learning. Learning is another one of my highest values. So I'm always learning stuff, and I'm going to keep passing along. So anyways, hope you have a great week. I'll be in Chicago for a few days, so I'll talk to you next week. Peace.